This is the clutch bracket off a 1990 Toyota pickup. Got the brakes, brake pedal, and the clutch pedal. Well, my clutch would not disengage all the way, even after a new slave cylinder, new master cylinder. Was unable to disengage the clutch completely. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Finally, I think I saw on a thread somewhere that these brackets are notorious for cracking. So, sure enough, I crawled up underneath here and I found a crack right down in there, right near the hole for the master cylinder. So, if you turn this over, you can see a pretty good sized break, crack right there. Right there. So that's going to have to be welded up. I thought about welding it while it was on the vehicle, but decided against that. I'm going to press it back together and weld it. Getting it out wasn't too big of a problem. These two bolts are for the master cylinder, for the clutch. Get them from the firewall side in the engine compartment. And these bolts you get from underneath the steering wheel. There's 4 here, and actually number 5 right there. And you got to get those from underneath the steering wheel. Then there are 2 bolts, and you get these from under the steering wheel also, here and here. Get those from under the steering wheel. Then you got to drop the steering wheel. And you actually bring this thing out over top of the steering wheel. The steering wheel drops out with 2 bolts right there. Real simple, they drop out pretty easy. 2 number 14mm nuts and the steering wheel drops out. You have to disconnect the rod that goes into the master cylinder of the brakes and the clutch. Pretty easy to disconnect those. Got to disconnect a couple of electrical connectors that are attached to it. They were pretty simple. There's your clutch, your safety switch. That just, it's got a little nut there. Loosen that up, comes out. Got to take this panel off. There's the panel cover that underneath the steering wheel. Comes off with a couple of screws. It wasn't that hard. Anyway, there's no information about this on YouTube anywhere, and it's a common problem. Gonna get this to the shop, get it welded up, put back together. Hope this helps.